Chapter 16. Artistic Attempts. Amy tried her hand at all types of art. She devoted herself first to pen and ink drawing, then oil painting, then charcoal portraits. After this, she experimented with plaster casts, until one day they found her hopping around with her foot stuck in a pan of hardened plaster. With much difficulty and some danger, she was dug out. But Jo was so overcome with laughter, she cut Amy's foot by accident. Meanwhile, Amy was learning and doing other things as well, hoping to become an attractive and accomplished woman, even if she never became a great artist. And she had indeed succeeded, for she was well liked and had many friends. One of Amy's weaknesses, however, was her desire to be part of the best society. Money, position, and elegant manners were of the highest importance to her. Jo, on the other hand, had no interest or patience for such things. But like Amy, Jo was very talented and creative. Her art was her writing, and she was a promising author. Every few weeks, Jo would shut herself up in her room, put on her scribbling suit, and fall into a writing frenzy. When the writing frenzy came on, she would stay up there all day, writing her heart out. During these times, her family would keep their distance until Jo emerged, usually tired, hungry, and cross. One evening, Jo attended a lecture. She arrived early and sat next to a young, studious lad who was reading a newspaper. The lad noticed Jo watching him and offered her half his paper. "Want to read it?" he asked. "It's a first-rate story." Jo accepted and soon found herself engrossed in an engaging story of love, mystery, and murder. "Pretty good, eh?" the lad asked. Jo shrugged. "I think you or I could do as well as if we tried," she replied. "I would feel pretty lucky if I could," the lad exclaimed. "The author of this story makes a good living from writing. She knows what folks like and gets paid well for writing it." The lecture began, but Jo couldn't keep her mind on it. She copied down the address of the paper and resolved to try for the $100 prize offered for the most sensational story. By the time the lecture ended, Jo had already written most of the story in her head. She said nothing of her plan at home, but went to work the very next day. She sent it off to the newspaper and waited for 6 weeks. She was just about to give up hope when a letter arrived, along with a check for $100. Jo cried out in happiness. Of course, her parents and sisters were proud of Jo, and when the story was published, everyone read and praised it. "What will you do with such a fortune?" Amy asked her sister. "Send Beth and Mother to the seaside for a month or two," Jo answered promptly. To the seaside they went, and back to her desk Jo went. She wrote several more stories and earned several more checks that year. Thanks to her efforts, Jo was able to buy a new carpet for the house and dresses for her sisters. Then Jo decided to submit her novel to 3 publishers. One publisher contacted her, and after she promised to cut it down, it was published. For this, Jo earned $300.